Hey guys, this is Esmeralda Ventura. I'm going to be presenting the types of intelligence. Okay, the topics that I'm going to cover is what is intelligence, intelligence versus achievement, emotional intelligence, Spearman's theory, Thurstone's theory, and Gardner's theory. Okay, what is intelligence? Intelligence simply is the ability to learn, to develop, and to apply the knowledge skills you know. Intelligence is tested by IQ tests, which compare the performances by persons around the person's aging group. It basically just tells you how smart you are and what you know. Intelligence versus achievement. Intelligence isn't the same as achievement. They're two different things. Basically, intelligence refers to what you already know, like what you learned last year and everything, what your memory consists of. And achievement refers to what your experiences have been like. For example, if you study to get good grades, and if you study for a history test, you have two history tests. You have a Revolutionary War test, and you have a Civil War test. And you study for the Civil War, but you don't study for the Revolutionary War. So, by your experience, you've gained that if you don't study for one test, you'll probably fail because you have no idea what it is. And Spearman's two-factor theory. Spearman basically, this theory was made from English psychologist Charles Spearman. And Spearman suggested that all behaviors are intelligent and have underlying factor, meaning behavior is caused by other things in life. So, he believed that there was a general factor and a specific factor. The G factor, which was the ability to reason and solve problems, and the specific factor, which is S factor, he suggested that everyone has particular abilities. Basically, the G factor is it's a logic. It's logic, what we have to know, what is basic that are um that we are supposed to know. And the S factor are the stuff that we are going to learn. Thurstone's theory of primary mental abilities is made from this was Louis Thurstone. He believed that there was 8 factors that made up uh, someone's intelligence. Um and the first one was visual and spatial, which is pictures and shapes. The second one is perceptual speed, which is understanding the speed of someone, how fast you can pick it up. The third one is numerical ability, which is calculating and recalling numbers. The fourth one is verbal meaning, knowledge and meanings. The fifth one is memory, how good you can remember something. The sixth one is root word fluently, thinking of words quickly and rhyming, and people who do crosswords really fast. The seventh one is deductive reasoning, which is deriving examples from general rules, and the eighth one is inductive reasoning, which is deriving general rules from examples. So yeah. And then Gardner's theory of multiple intelligences was made from Howard Gardner. He believed that there are different kinds of intelligence, and he said that there were 8. Okay, and the first one is linguistic, which is understanding spoken and written language. The second one is logical mathematical, which is problem solving. The third one is visual spatial, which is remembering those little details on, for example, a little painting or something. The fourth one is bodily kinesthetic, which is good conditioning and aware of the body, athletes. The fifth one is musical rhythmic, uh, someone that composes, sings, or plays an instrument, the band, singers, for example. The sixth one is interpersonal, which is insight on someone's inner feelings, what they really feel on the inside. The last one is intrapersonal sensitivity to others' feelings. And Sternberg's triarchic theory is made from Robert Sternberg. He believed that different types of intelligence work together. And that Sternberg, he created this little triangle that said that the intelligence was actually made up out of three parts. And the first one was analytic, which is problem solving. The second one is creativity, which is dealing with new situations, stuff you've never dealt with. And practical, which is accomplishing what you do every day, like going to school. Emotional intelligence was made by Daniel Goleman. He wondered why uh, some smart people weren't as successful as we were expecting them to. But he's just saying that not everybody in particularly knows everything. They are good at one thing, but they're not good at other things. So he thought he was searching up and he saw that self-awareness is a way, as in it means the ability to recognize our own feelings. And he said, for example, if we know our feelings, how we feel, we can cope with each other, we can understand each other and talk it out. Mood management is the ability to distract oneself from an uncomfortable feeling, which, for example, we can shorten time and, you know, distract someone and make them feel comfortable or not. Um, Self motivation is the ability to move ahead with confidence and enthusiasm. It helps, for example, it helps us accomplish more tasks. Impulse control is the ability to delay pleasure until a task is complete. Um, by saying it helps to prevent us to get distracted. And people skills, the ability to communicate with each other, and getting along with each other. The links between different types of intelligence, each type of intelligence links with at least one other type of theory. And the intelligence work together to do things such as solve problems and make life easier. Alright, now here's the video that I found about the two scientists, Sternberg and Spearman. They were discussing about both of their theories. I thought it was really nice to show. If this would look.
tend to perform well on reasoning and comprehension tests. Right, you said, tend to. Were there ever any instances in which this pattern did not hold? Great question, Dr. Stenberg. Please, call me Bob. A little informal, but okay. There were cases in which test results were not consistent across tests. Based on this, I concluded that there are two factors that make up intelligence. Just two? Yes. You have your general factor, or G, which affects performance on all tests, and a set of specific factors, or, let me guess, S? Exactly, Dr. Bob. S. You have been doing your research. So, the S is the specific factor that may affect performance on a specific test. That's a great summation, Chuck. Dr. Spearman. Right? Sorry. As I was saying, great summation of your work, but I think you're looking at this all wrong. I doubt that, but I'll bite. Go on. I think the major flaw in your argument is that it doesn't allow for the possibility that a person's intelligence level can grow. That's true. While one can increase a specific set of knowledge, your general intelligence is set. Kind of like the processing speed of a computer. Processing speed? To what now? Sorry. Maybe a lot has changed. Anyway, I think your theory, which I love, don't get me wrong, fails to account for the value of instruction. All right, smart guy. What have you got? Well, I've come to believe that intelligence has many facets or aspects, and that the traditional intelligence tests only measure a select few. You mentioned several. How many, specifically? I've identified 3, though others have expanded that list quite a bit. For me, a person has their practical ability, creative ability, and analytical ability. I can't believe they let someone like you teach at a university. At least this explains why you're stuck in Oklahoma. Ha ha. Not funny. Hear me out. The failure in your theory is that you conflate academic intelligence with intelligence itself. But people can be intelligent in all kinds of different ways.
Okay, guys, and thanks for watching. That's it.